So you got PCS orders to JBLM and you are wondering, where the heck do I live? What does the surrounding areas of JBLM look like if I'm going to be moving off base? Hi, my name is Whitney. I am a real estate agent for the JBLM area. I work with Mosaic and I specialize in people PCSing and using their VA home loan and remote buying. Today's episode, we are going to be talking about all the surrounding areas around JBLM and what it looks like, what the culture is like, with commute times, school ratings, and crime ratings, so you can make the most informed decisions on where to live around JBLM if you're going to be moving off base. So let's get into it. All right, so you're wondering where to live when you PCS at JBLM, and let's start with the most popular place that when you go onto these forums on Facebook, like the JBLM spouse page and stuff, and you ask, what's the best place to live? And most people are going to probably say Dupont, Washington. They say that because Dupont is kind of an extension outside of the base. It is very heavily military, and it is probably the closest commute time to JBLM with 15 minutes. School ratings, there's only two. There is an elementary school and there is a middle school. The high school, you're most likely going to be going to Lakewood, and I'm going to be putting these school ratings right here for you so you can see for yourself. And the JBLM commute time as well is going to go here. The culture is mainly just houses there. There are a couple grocery stores. There are a couple little restaurants right there on that little main street, but it is pretty quiet. It basically feels like you are living on base when you're living in Dupont. Average house price is $514,900. That's $269 per square feet, and the average day on market is 9 days. When you are looking to purchase a house in Dupont, it most likely is you're gonna have to make a decision right away. It has always historically been like that, just because it is such a desired place for military and a great investment if you're planning on renting it later on. So that is Dupont. Let's go to the next popular place, and that is Puyallup. Puyallup is a really big popular place for people to live in when they are PCSing to JBLM or at JBLM. This is because the commute time is also only about 26 minutes or 27 minutes from South Hill. You can go through the back gates. The school ratings are pretty good. Once again, those are right here. And it has a lot of things to do. It's got a lot of, like, the downtown Puyallup is really cute. It has got a lot of antique shops. It's got a lot of really cute local restaurants. It has the chain restaurants. It has a big mall as well. It is one of the bigger-ish cities around that feels great. There's also places in Puyallup that feels kind of country to live in. There's some property that you can potentially get on, and it's a little bit more rural feeling than some of the other places that you could be living around JBLM. And the crime rate, it stays pretty consistent. That is right here. It's pretty average. When I go to Puyallup, I feel pretty safe when I am there. So there is that. And then the average home price is $529,900. That would be at $263 per square foot, and the average day on market is 14 days. So it is some place that you can take your time looking if that is an area that you are wanting to purchase. All right, let's go to the next popular place, and that is Lacey. Lacey is a big, gigantic community of military. The commute time is a little bit more rough. I pulled these maps here at 8 a.m. coming from Lacey to JBLM. It's going to be about the exact same commute going back. There is a huge JBLM community that lives in Lacey, Hawks Prairie, those areas. So you're going to be looking at 39 to 42 minutes when it comes to commuting. Here are the school ratings for you. And the reason why it's pretty popular is because it is one of the lower average home prices at $489,925. The average square foot is 265 and the days on market are 10. Now, the crime rate is a little bit higher. However, it is pretty consistent. When I go to Lacey, I spend a lot of time in Lacey. I lived in Olympia for a really long time when I first moved up to Washington, and Lacey is just typical. I feel safe as a woman going into the Target, going into the shopping centers over there. There is some pretty cool places. I felt comfortable walking the trails. I felt comfortable running. So it is a pretty safe, family-oriented area. All right. Now we're just going to kind of go in order. Those are the Dupont, Puyallup, and Lacey are really a big military community. The next big one is going to be the Yelm area. Yelm is about 34 minutes. You most likely are going to be taking the back gate to get into the commute for JBLM. And the school ratings are not the best out of all of the ones that are listed. Those are right here. And the average house price is $439 at $253 per square foot, and average day on market is 13. It is a small town feel. There's not much to do. One thing to note, there is only one way really into Yelm and one way out of Yelm. If you are wanting to do big shopping, you are most likely going to end up going to Olympia, to the Olympia Mall. There is grocery stores and stuff, but not much in regards to if you're going Christmas shopping or something like that. It is a very small town feel, and the houses are way more affordable than the other areas around JBLM. So that is what gravitates people to it. Most places in Yelm is going to have a phenomenal view of Mount Rainier. Almost all of the houses have great views because of the proximity to it. If you're a big outdoorsy person and love hiking, Yelm is a great place to get yourself over to Mount Rainier, a national park, and everything. So it really is about that work-life balance of what you're really looking to achieve while living at JBLM. All right. Now let's go to Tumwater. Tumwater is going to be your longest commute at 43 minutes. School ratings are pretty good. Tumwater is very cute. It's got its own Costco. It's got all of the essentials. It's very close to Olympia, where the mall is. There's lots of trails. If you are a big commuter to go to the Portland area, it's going to be your closest that way. It's south of JBLM. It is pretty consistent in low crime rate, and the average home price is $499,950, and that is $248 per square feet, and average day on market is 18. Like I said, I lived in Tumwater for a really long time. I loved living there. It felt very small town. I felt very safe as a woman, being able to run on the streets. I'm an avid runner. There are lots of clubs. The Tumwater Falls is a great place to take people when they're visiting. It's gorgeous. They do a salmon hatchery there where you're at certain times of the year, I believe it's October, where you can watch the salmons jump upstream, and lots of really cute restaurants. It's a great place to live. Olympia is a little bit more north. It's north of Tacoma, but it's still south of JBLM. And it is a 43-minute commute time as well, depending on where you're living in Olympia. It does have some of the better school ratings in the area. Those are here. And the average price is $518,000 at $283 per square feet, and the average day on market is 12 days. There is a lot more crime that happens in Olympia, and the culture of Olympia is very trying to stay small town. It's trying to stay very quirky. When you go into downtown Olympia, there's still a lot of really cute bars that you can go to. Lots of things that feel very local. I would say Olympia, out of all the areas around JBLM, is kind of your more liberal, kind of hippie-ish feel. There's more people who advocate for the Black Lives Matters and other social political things, just because it is the capital right there. I felt safe walking around during the day, but at nighttime, because of the homeless population that's there, as a female, I would want to be in a group when walking in downtown Olympia. That's just my personal feeling. You may have a completely different experience. Leave a comment below. If you live in Olympia and you're watching this, kind of defend your city, go for it. I would love to see a conversation down there. Let's talk about Lakewood. Now, I'm sure a lot of people, when you go on the boards, you're going to be seeing a lot of comments about stay out of Lakewood, stay out of Parkland, stay out of places in Tacoma. And you know what? They're right. However, I lived in Lakewood for 3 years. I had owned a house there. There are little pockets, and I'll put the map here, of little areas that you can, but the crime has exponentially raised, and it's really sad. Just in the past couple of months, and this crime rate map here only goes to 2020. That's the data that I was able to pull. But personally, I moved out of Lakewood because of how bad the crime was. Going to the Lakewood Town Center, which is very close, it felt very sketchy. There had been a lot more shootings that happened at the Target that was right there. The Safeway keeps losing employees because of the crime rates. I highly suggest, it's something that's very affordable there. The home prices are $486,000 at $294 per square feet. Average day on market is 13. This is the school rating right here, that it is probably one of those places that your command might tell you to avoid. Now, University Place, which is a little pocket above Lakewood, it's kind of a Tacoma, like would be classified as Tacoma as well. Now, that's where I currently live, and I feel absolutely safe living here. Here is the crime rating for University Place. It is a very clean feeling city when you go there. That's where your Trader Joe's is going to be. It's got really cute little local areas. The parks are very clean. The city of University Place takes a lot of pride. Chambers Bay Golf Course is here in University Place. It is a great place to go running, dog parks, golfing, world-renowned golfing at that. Commute time is 26 minutes. The average home price is $610,000 at $311 per square feet. Average day on market is 10, and the school ratings are probably one of the best, especially in the Tacoma area, and that is here. So University Place, I live there. It is higher in price. They do have some apartments that you can live in, but if you are looking to purchase, know that you're going to be in more of the top dollar when going there. Steilacoom is really cute. Steilacoom is between Dupont, Lakewood. It is kind of tucked there. Fun fact about Steilacoom, it is the oldest city in Washington. It was the first settled place. When they settled there, they thought this is going to be the new San Francisco. Thank God that didn't turn out like that. Thank God Seattle was the one that happened up there. It is so incredibly cute. It is 19-minute commute rate. There's only 2 schools. There's the elementary and high school. So if you're have a middle school kid, you are probably most likely going to be going to Lakewood or Dupont or somewhere other than Steilacoom. Most likely Lakewood, because Lakewood is the closest city. The average home price is $690,000. You're at $323 per square foot, and the average day on market is 16, and it probably has the lowest crime rate. I love it. If you have a chance just to go and visit Steilacoom, highly recommend it, but it is a very desirable place to live because most of the homes have a view. The downtown is incredibly darling. It is very small time feel, and it is still close to everything. Now let's talk about North Tacoma. or Tacoma altogether. I'm gonna put a map here with X's or circled with X's of places to avoid when I go and show places for families. I'm either carrying, or I will let them know, hey, I need to pull someone else to go with me to go look at those houses because I, as a female, do not feel comfortable there. There are a lot of really cute houses. They are trying to turn it around just because of the way the housing market is. This is where you're going to see the most affordable houses that have been flipped that are still in the $350 range up to the $450 range. They look darling online, but there are some places that you're really going to want to avoid in Tacoma. The crime rate of Tacoma is incredibly high. The statistics are right here, but there are pockets of Tacoma that are absolutely darling and absolutely a great place to live. Anything above 6th Avenue, I'll put the map right here, and above up towards like Point Ruston or Ruston and Point Defiance area are all fantastic places to live. They're a little bit more expensive. They're on the higher side of the average price on homes. You're probably looking at the more 500 and up price range, but the statistics that I pulled for the average price of Tacoma is $450,000 at $302 per square feet, an average day of 11 days. But that is the entirety of Tacoma, and you've got really big pockets of places that are not very desirable that's skewing those numbers. But North Tacoma, fantastic, lots of little craftsman homes. It's very cute. Proctor District is amazing. Ruston area is amazing. Old Town is amazing. There's a lot of things to do. It is a bigger city. If you are a younger couple or younger yourself and you're kind of looking to like make more friends and go do more activities, tons of farmers markets, tons of activities, tons of events that happen. It is the biggest city around JBLM, and if you love that city life, Tacoma is the place. But definitely reach out if you have a specific place that you're looking at, that you're trying to wonder what is going on there, and I can help you out there. I love it. I lived in North Tacoma for a while. It was darling. I loved walking to the farmers markets. I loved that lifestyle that North Tacoma provided. Honorable mentions. Let's talk about Graham. Graham is, if you are looking for country, if you're looking for some property, if you are looking to kind of get off grid, Graham is going to be your place to go. The commute time is about 30 minutes. Here are the school ratings. The average price is $502,975 at $254 per square feet. Average day on market is 18. And unfortunately, I was not able to find the crime rate. I do have a couple of friends, and my lender lives out in Graham. Absolutely loves it. She feels incredibly safe. The only thing that she fears when she goes out running is animals. There are constantly deers in her yard. They've seen cougars out there. There's phenomenal views of Mount Rainier. It is kind of in that area where it's really close to Eatonville, Mount Rainier, and whatnot. The one downfall of living in Graham is because of how tucked away it is. Really, to get anywhere, it takes forever. Just to get to downtown Puyallup, where the majority of the shopping, like where the mall, the Target, all that kind of stuff is, it's going to take some time. Meridian is a big street that is in Puyallup, and it is every block there is a light, and the lights are not timed very well. So what would take you 10 miles to get from point A to point B down Meridian is probably going to take you about 40 minutes with the traffic and with all of the lights. So if you have any questions, that's really all the places around here. If you have any questions about where to live around the JBLM area, I would love to be a resource for you to talk about it, to talk about the great schools, to talk about what houses in the areas that you would like to buy that would fit your budget. Thanks again for watching this week's video. I hope you enjoyed, and of course, if you know someone that is looking to buy, sell, or invest in the next 6 months, reach out. I would love to help.